to womenshealthspecialist.org, 1 in 3 American women will have an abortion by the age of 45. For decades, the debate over abortion has been going on in an effort to decipher the legality as well as the morality of abortions in America today. I have always been intrigued in this argument, but over the past couple of weeks, I've conducted extensive research to be able to correctly inform and introduce this topic for you today. During this speech, I will first discuss the background information of abortion. Secondly, I will discuss one side of the argument, the side that argues abortion is wrong and should be illegal. This is also known as the pro-life side. Lastly, I will inform you all of the second side of the argument, the pro-choice side, which believes that women should have the right to make their own decisions about their pregnancy. The pro-choice side believes that abortion should be illegal based on the belief that women should have the right to their own body. According to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, abortion is defined as the termination of a pregnancy after, accompanied by, resulting in, or closely followed by the death of the embryo or fetus. Basically, an abortion is the process of terminating the pregnancy. The type of abortion a woman can get depends on how far she is into her pregnancy. During the first trimester, a woman will have two options of abortion. She can either have a medical abortion or a surgical abortion. A medical abortion can be used up to the first 7 weeks of the pregnancy. This method is also referred to as the abortion pill. A surgical abortion can be used up to the 16-week mark of the pregnancy. This is a procedure called aspiration, where the pregnancy is surgically terminated with a vacuum-like machine. In the second trimester, a surgical abortion can be performed called dilation and evacuation. This procedure can be used after the 16-week mark. An abortion during the third trimester is illegal in most states, so the procedure depends on the legality of the state you live in. However, if it is legal in the state that you live in, an abortion called dilation and extraction, also known as partial birth abortion, can be done. Out of the 50 states, 17 of them allow abortion throughout the whole pregnancy. The other 33 states allow abortion up to a certain point. The 33 states that have laws prohibiting abortion are associated with the pro-life side of the argument. This side argues that abortions are unsafe and immoral. In an article from AmericanPregnancy.org titled Possible Physical Side Effects After Abortion, a few frequent side effects were listed, including abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and spotting. Following this list, there were more serious lists of side effects shown that included heavy or persistent bleeding, infection, damage to the cervix, scarring of the uterine lining, damage to other organs, and in some cases, even death. In addition to the physical unsafeness, the pro-life side argues that there are many mental aspects of abortion that contribute to the unsafe aspect of this argument. In an article from Medical News Today, written by Marcus McGill and reviewed by PhD Timothy Legg on August 9th in 2018, provides some information on the possible mental illness side effects of abortion. The article points out that while feelings of abortion can range from happiness to relief, there are unfortunately opposite feelings like grief, loss, and regret. These feelings of sadness can lead to depression, thus bringing up the mental side effects of abortion, which according to the American Pregnancy Association include anger, self-esteem, feelings of isolation, sleeping problems, and even thoughts of suicide. In addition to the argument of safety, the immorality of abortion is brought up by those who side with the pro-life. This side argues and believes that abortion is terminating not only a pregnancy, but a human life. Our President Donald Trump was described in an article called How Difficult Is It to Get an Abortion, written by Ashley Edwards and Andrea Ramirez, by Mike Pence as being, quote, the most pro-life president in American history. Trump was quoted committing to his promise of building a society where life is celebrated and protected. Now that I have covered the pro-life argument, let's move on to the pro-choice side of the argument. The pro-choice side firmly believes a woman should be allowed to make her own choice about her body and her pregnancy, whether it be keeping the baby or terminating. Their argument is based on one of the most important values of America, freedom. As well as the right to choose, pro-choice side argues that health risks involved with pregnancy are very unsafe compared to the health risks of an abortion, as well as the overwhelming statistics of birth controls that do not work. In an article from PlannedParenthood.org, a study was done showing that condoms are only about 85% effective, meaning that 15 people out of 100 that are practicing safe sex will get pregnant in a year in America. In America, we have the right to say what we want, believe what we want, and do what we want. Why should our own bodies be the only exception? Thus being the main argument of the pro-choice side. In a quote from Howard Dean, an American physician and former governor of Vermont, the issue is not abortion. The issue is whether or not a woman can make up their own mind about their own body. Wrapping things up, today I've informed you of the overall topic of abortion, the pro-life side of the argument, and lastly, the pro-choice side of the argument, using definitions, statistics, and quotes from many different sources. As I presented today, there are strong points on both sides of the controversy, making it difficult to agree with one side, thus being the possible reason for the ongoing debate. Thank you.